Hello, everyone, and welcome to the moment we have all been waiting for, the Game Week 1 team selection video. Every week, I'm probably going to do pretty similar to last year, where we're going to have the team selection. I know I called it preview last year. I'm probably just going to go with team selection now, and then kind of a review of the results and maybe talk about some things that happened, and maybe I'll just stick with the name review for after the game week finishes. As you know, sometimes I'll try to sprinkle in a bonus video throughout the year, just sometimes it's busy with my first occupation, being a teacher. So sometimes that's difficult, but we should have at least 2 videos per game week as same as last year. Without further ado, let's get into the game week 1 team that we're going with. Keep in mind, these are still subject to change up until the review, but I'll try to update Twitter in case any other transfers are made. Okay, so first off, this is being made on Wednesday, probably uploaded Thursday. Um, and just got news that Dragowitzki is being transferred to Spezia from Fiorentina, who obviously that's going to be their starting goalkeeper now. Didn't realize Provedel's actually gone to Lazio as a backup keeper. So he's gone. Zoet was the only really viable one there, but now with Dragowitzki coming in, he will be the number one. So I'm not going to be going with Zoet as a starting $4.0 million keeper. Maybe Zoet gets to start this week just because Dragowitzki hasn't really been in the team, but nonetheless, not worth to even just have him for 1 week. So I have gone back to Vicario for Empoli, literally just kind of due to the fixtures, and he's a $4.5 keeper. I should have some rotation with Falcone as the backup keeper. I do think he's going to retain his starting keeper role. So hopefully I still got 2 playing keepers here. I am looking to go with the 3-4-3 formation for this week, starting Theo Hernandez, of course, probably will be a starter on my team every week, regardless of fixture. I have Skriniar against Lecce, definitely a good opportunity for Inter to pick up a clean sheet to start out the season. And same with Smalling against Salernitana, another game that should be a clean sheet. Both of these two, if I do make a transfer on them, it'll probably be to increase from more of a center back role to a wing back role for hoping for more attacking returns. That would be Skriniar to Dumfries, Smalling to Karsdorp or Spinazzola. I'm not really sure. I know Karsdorp's probably more nailed being playing all last season. Spinazzola was riding an injury all year based on an injury that he picked up back in the Euros when Italy won the Euro Cup. But he's finally back with the team as well. So those are kind of potential transfers that could be made before the deadline, but I currently have 1 million banked, and that would be to try to increase to go to like an Immobile or someone else after the good fixtures for Napoli and Roma are done. I am picking a team in hopes of being able to roll a transfer over and not make a transfer before game week 2. We'll see what happens. Obviously, injuries or transfers could change that. In my midfield right now, I do have Melanovsky, and I thought that he was a lock player 100% at 7.5. I thought he'd be a great option. Although I haven't really seen how it doesn't look like much activity from him in preseason. I'm a little concerned at his minutes right now, his starting minutes. He seems like too good of a player to keep out of the team. So I am going to start with him and see what happens, but he could be an early transfer out if he doesn't show that he's going to be starting. I still haven't seen as much of the projected lineups as I'd like to, so I will still be looking at that. He could be one that finds himself out of my team before the season starts if I don't have that backing from projected lineups as well. Pedro's also in there. It's kind of similar case to Malinovsky, but I have seen a lot of indication that Pedro will be starting at a low price point of 6.5. I'm not completely worried about whether he starts or not. He should. Against Bologna, happy to start him. We got Lozano in there, easy pick for me. Very attacking winger against Verona. Verona played horrible in the Coppa Italia. I know it wasn't their starting lineup, but I'm confident that he can do some damage in that Napoli side. Paolo Dybala against Salernitana. That's a no-brainer for me to have in, especially with the Roma fixtures. And then I would say I have a pretty strong front three right now with Osimhen, Jovic, and Abraham, all with good fixtures, especially with Jovic facing Fiorentina, or playing for Fiorentina, facing Cremonese off the start for the season. So I'm confident in that pick as well. I am thinking of Tammy Abraham as captain for game week 1. I don't want to captain Dybala just because, in case he doesn't start, because he is new to the team, I wouldn't want him just coming off the bench, getting a single point, doubling that to 2. So I am confident Abraham will be starting in game week 1 and hopefully doing some damage against Salernitana. I don't see Tammy Abraham not playing, so I don't think the vice captain on Osimhen means too much, but it is there. On my bench, I already explained, I have Falcone. Honestly, these first 2 defenders here, I'd be happy with them if they were to sub in. Jim City, a little concerned that he won't be a starting defender for Atalanta. We'll see about that one. Ismaili, I do think will be a starting defender for Empoli. Facing Spezia game week 1. I could see them picking up a clean sheet. So maybe this bench positioning will change a little bit. Don't forget that your bench positioning from left to right, starting in spot 2, your keeper will obviously only sub in for your keeper. But your bench positioning starting in this slot right here will be the first one that gets subbed in if players don't play at all. Also keeping in mind that we have 5 subs and likely your starting 11 will be playing. If you're playing a starting 11, that makes sense. So hopefully you don't need your bench, which is why my bench is very cheap. I also have Sede in here. I hoping not to ever need him really. $4.5 million midfielder, especially facing Juve this week. I don't see him doing anything right off the bat, but just kind of a budget player who is hopefully going to be riding my bench more likely than not, but hopefully he's still a playing player, and if I need him, I can use him. So that is my team going into game week 1. Please join the league if you haven't already. We are here in the Fortune Fired /YouTube League. We have our join code in the bottom here. I will put it one more time in the description. It is in the description for every single preseason video I've made. If you haven't seen them, go and look at them. They're really helpful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and good luck this fantasy season. Let's get a lot of conversations going around it. Who's starting in your game week 1 squad? How does it compare? Do you think I am missing out on someone big, like probably Immobile? Or do you think that it's a pretty good all-around squad? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And once again, good luck. Most importantly, have fun and try not to get too frustrated. I'll try not to as well, but sometimes it's hard. Take care, and I will see you in the game week 1 results video.